Hello, fellow student. Welcome to another edition of training sessions. Today we're going to talk about a new setup, which is ICHimuko. ICHimuko setup. I'm going to talk about the ICHimuko setup, and I'm going to talk about why I have taken the cloud and stuff. So let me bring the proper ICHimuko setup there with the cloud. Then we will talk about. So this is the up Kumo green, and the down Kumo will be red. So these are the parameters of ICHimuko. ICHimuko, it was developed by a Japanese, but I don't want to go into the history of ICHimuko too much. I just want to talk about the use of it, the parameters, what you need to know. So the ticken is the red crossover here. ICHimuko works the same as EMA setup. I think they built it like the way they build the EMA setup. And the Kijinsen is the blue line, or the blue MA. Then you have the Chiku span, which is this one, this green nice thing there, that shows like that gives you a clear breakout trend for the trade. Then you have your up Kumo, which is the upper cloud. So let me put it back there, then you can see. So the up Kumo, which is green, that is the upper cloud, and the down Kumo, which is the red cloud there, and that tells you a breakout, and that tells you whether the market is going up or down. So now that we've explained the parameters, I'm going to explain to you what it works. So the cloud here, you see, this is the green cloud. So when you are here and you see this green cloud, all this green cloud is telling you is that you have buyers ahead. So the price is here and it's telling you the market is bullish, so you are going to see a bullish market. And once you are in and you start to see the future cloud, which is red, all it tells you is that the market is bearish or is going to go down, so be careful. That is what the ICHimuko is all about. So it warns you about the future cloud, whether ahead of you have buyers or ahead of you have sellers. This is all it tells you. So just like I said, the ICHimuko works the same way as the MA. So for a buy setup of the ICHimuko, when you have your blue is which is the Kijin, okay? When you have the blue crossing the red, which is the Dickinson, that is when you have a buy setup. So I will not even waste time here. I will just explain. You practice and you come and we do all the exercises there. And the proper buy setup, actually now you want to make is the Chiku span. When this Chiku span, as you see, which moves with the cloud, when it breaks out of this cloud now, is going to tell you about a proper ICHimuko buy setup, that you have a breakout buy. So then the price is going to go up more. And when you have a sell trade here, the sell trade is when you have the Dickinson, which is the railed line, crossing below the blue line, which is Kijinsen. That tells you that a sell trade has been confirmed. So just as you did for your buy trade, that is your entry point or your trigger point, and you count 3 to 5 candles. The one which is the longest, that is where your stop loss go. And when price breaks below the cloud, that tells you that the market is a downtrend, it's a bearish. So according to 15 minutes chart, is bearish. So the market starts to become bullish when here you have a Kumo breakout. So a Kumo breakout uptrend, a Kumo breakout downtrend. So now the 15 minutes is breaking out. If you look at the 5 minutes here, you can see you have a Kumo breakout. So this is actually a buy and a strong buy trend. Once the Chiku span, which is the green line here, you want it to break out to go. So what, and you can see, as I told you, since the market started falling from here and you were selling, it start to warn you that you have buyers ahead of you. The market is going to be bullish ahead of you, and that is exactly what is happening. So until the 15 minutes also we have a proper breakout, then the profit target always when you have a breakout from the down Kumo is the up Kumo, which is the uptrend here. And when you have a sell also coming, the first proper profit target is the upper up Kumo here. Then it breaks out, and then you have to use the support, resistance, and pattern reversal for your profit. So let me use the daily chart for you to understand what. So here, once we have a sell trade here, if the sell trade confirmed here, the first profit target will be the Kijinsen, because when price hit the Kijinsen, probably it will go back before you have the TK cross. And when you have all this coming down here, then your first profit target will be the green Kumo. And when price is inside the cloud, the first profit target is the down Kumo. And if price break out and the Chiku span also breaks out with price, that is where you have a real sell trade. So that is what we call the Kumo breakout. And as you can see here, once the price was you have a bearish here and you have TK cross here. When the Dickinson is crossing the Kijinsen, above here you have your buy entry, and then you have a Kumo twist here. That is when the up Kumo is crossing the down Kumo. That also tells you a change in trend. The reason why I don't use it with the cloud, because I know what I'm doing, and I don't use it with the cloud because then I pair them with the 18 and 19 day EMA together. I'll show you to trade. That is what I do. So all the things you need to do is know the Chiku span, know the Dickinson, know the Kijinsen, and know that once you have a TK cross where the Tikin is crossing the Kijin like this from below, that will be your buy entry here, and that is somewhere here your stop loss, counting 5 candles and putting it at your the entry. Once you become an experienced trader, when you apply pattern, support and resistance and everything, you understand that you could take a trade here. Once price close inside the ticket is the first sign that the price is about to go. And so this is when we talk about proper breakout buy or breakout sell. This is it. You see price enters the cloud here, he goes up and come down inside the cloud here and break out. Both the Dickinson and the Kijinsen broken out of the cloud, and you have the Chiku span broken out of the cloud. That is how it is. If we move back to a 4 hour time frame, you can see the same thing. You have a proper Kumo breakout trade here. The Chiku span is out, the ticking and the kitchen. You have the TK cross here. Future cloud is bullish and is there, and down it seems like you are going to have a TK cross here for a downtrend. So this is all what we have been doing. And then you can come to the weekly chart, and it is the same thing. And you have the 1 hour chart, and it is the same thing. So this is the trade that I was talking to you about in the morning, and you can see it's up and it's down and it's up and it is down. So price couldn't break through, so price is coming down to test before we will see what is going to do. Then I am going to decide when to take the trade or to get out of the trade. So this is all you need to know about the ICHimuko and with the cloud. And without the cloud, which I do here, as you can see, this is the same setup, just that I don't have the cloud inside. I've taken the cloud outside, and I still have my Dickinson and the Kijinsen and then that is the tickle span here. This is all I use, and it's the same. You have your setup here coming, reversal symbol. You have your TK cross here where the ticking is crossing the Kijin from above, and you have that your sell trade here, and you use support and resistance for your profit targets. Yeah, and this is, you see, exit point of your trade, and that is your twist buy here when the Kijin the ticking is crossing the Kijin from below. So that is your profit target, which I've set there. You can see those lines, it representing profit target, and I have entry and the two profit targets. So probably there is a news there. You can see this 15 minutes candle is a very, very big candle which is coming down, and we're going to see what it is. So you just need to watch. You can use it to trade stocks. It doesn't mean that this is only working for commodities and indices. When you come to currency, you can use the same setup to trade your currencies. As you can see, it works perfectly. Your buy entry here, breakout, proper buy, and you can see it's still raging upwards. That is the Euro USD. It's still blowing up. You can apply that on commodities. As you can see, that is a proper buy here, and you go in, you have all your consolidation, everything we talk about, a proper sell here, you see, and the profit targets keep giving you those resistance levels. So this is what I do, and normally I like to combine this with I'll show you. I would like to combine this with the 18-day. Let me make it yellow here, and then the 9-day, moving average, which we've talked about already, and let me look for another color, purple here. Yeah, so normally I combine both together just so you can see both are giving me the cross for the sell at the same time, and they are giving me the same buy, so you have double confirmation with the chicken span. This is why I don't use the cloud, and you can see the market is still is going up again. So this is I'm going to save this setup so that I'll save it as a template, and I'll name it after my cat, Wendy. So when I see Wendy, I know is a double setup. So everything is just simple like that, and you just have to keep going and practicing. So let's put it at the Euro JPY. I've already closed my trade because it's Friday, and as a funded trader, we are not allowed to keep trades overnight. So I'll re-enter this trade next week. But if I bring the setup there, you can see, and if you think the chart is a little bit messy, yeah, you can just zoom in to see it clearly, and you can see both are giving me a strong buy here. And if I just bring the ICHimuko setup, that is it here, and I can always add the cloud there for you to see. This is it, and this is it, and you can see, yes. So that is when you have your breakout buy, you have your buy confirmation, your stop loss at the consolidation area, which also tells you about reversal. You've got your breakout buy here, and then you have the sell trade from there as well. So it's just practice, practice, practice. Practice makes man perfect. I'm here, I'll be your mentor, I'll be your coach, I'll be guiding you, I'll be giving you a lot of assignment, but much of the work depends on you. Like I always tell students, if you are not ready to put in the work, then don't come and disturb me, because I can always pass my knowledge to you. I can pass my I can pass scenarios, I mean things to you, but one thing is I can never pass my experience to you. You need to do it so that you have your own experience, and by doing and making mistakes, that is the only way you understand. You don't have to use all this setup. That is why I always teach you the crossover 9 and 18, which is the best I use setup, then the other one which is the ultimate, which gives you the perfect picture, that is 2, then price action, third setup, then Ichimoku, fourth setup. After I teach you all these 4 setup and you learn, you are going to pick up the one setup that is good for you, and you combine it with price action and pattern. Some people like to use Ichimoku combined with price action and pattern because it's easy for them. Some people like to use the other crossover setup with price action, and some people also prefer to use just a price action. So whatever you use is up to you. So just as I was saying, you can see the currency that is the top Kumo here, which is your first profit target. I was out for about £1,000 profit already, and next week I'm going to look for another entry. So I was talking about you can use the same setup for stocks. Yeah, that is Google here. If I go and I put when the setup there, you can see is the same thing. Your buy is here. You can see your sell setup. The breakout, Kumo breakout is here. Chikuspan breakout. If I want to put the other one for you to see, is the same thing without the crossover setup. And if I have to come back and put the cloud there, all I need to do, I'm going to put the cloud. You can see bring out the cloud for you to see green, and I'll make this red. So that is it, as you have seen on the stock. That is a Google stock, so that is where you have the Kumo breakout here, sell. You have the first entry here, your stop loss is there, breakout sell, telling you the market is downtrend. Then you have your buy entry here, breakout is here, and when this buy entry happen, you have this sell here to tell you about this small sellers here. But then after that, it gives you a bullish signal, that is the future cloud, to tell you you have buyers ahead of you. And then you see how the market rally. So the market gave you a discount here, about 30-40% discount, and you always buy your stock that you love, and then you are going to make a decent money. So this is where we come back again, and this is it, Ichimoku here, and I'm going to put in the cloud for you to see so that you know what we're talking about. So it's practice, practice, practice. I'm not a magician because I have time for it. If you want to be financially free, this is some of the price you have to pay. Learn, make the mistakes, and learn from your mistakes. That is how entrepreneurs succeed. Without mistakes, you will never be great. There will never be any great, there will never be any good thing on this world. When you see Michael Jordan, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Ronaldo, Messi, you only see their success, the big cars, the mansion, but you never know the sacrifices, how many times they have to practice on the same free kick before it become perfect. And it is the same thing. I'm just here guiding you through the concept. Once you understand the concept and you start putting it together, eventually you might start building your own indicators, even like Nyla, who has gone on to build her her own EA, according to the concept and what she understands. And her EA, which is her robot, is trading perfectly for her, made her making her good money in 4 hours. So it's the same with anybody. I'm just guiding you through the concept, through the understanding, and I'm not scamming you, and I don't want you to go through the same experience that I went through. So you can see that is your Kumo, your cross here, chicken crossing the kitchen, which is the same as the EMA. ICHimuko was built with the same concept of the EMA, apart from the cloud. So that is hit here, and you have this is a very thin cloud here. So that is your breakout. So the price break it through easily. But when you have a very strong cloud like this, it's very difficult for price to break. So if price can consolidate inside the cloud for some time, if it can't break out, it will come down and look for where it's easy for it to break the cloud, and you can backtest it and see. Yes, so this is a good stock, and this is Caterpillar. Let's look at Caterpillar, and let me bring the ICHimuko, and then we let me put the cloud there so that you see. Then I'll do it without the cloud as well. So it's just all practice, and exercise, and then go in and do it yourself. Allow yourself to feel gratefully. Then from there you are going to see greatness. So this is your sell signal, and that is, you take your trade. Your stop loss is somewhere here. Come out of the trade, and you are here. Okay, that is your profit target, your reversal. Remember the pins, this is stop hunt, that tells you a reversal. I'm out, or once price close inside here. If you didn't get out here, you take your profit here and you're ready to buy, and that is it, and that is how it goes. And if I have to come back to Wendy, you can see that is it, the 9 and 18 MA together with Kejin and ticking. That is why I use it. That's why I don't use the cloud. So until we meet again, I will say goodbye, and learn hard. Watch the videos, then come back with your question. Watch the videos, then come back with your question. Have your book when you are doing this setup. Watch the videos, come back with your questions, and then we will talk about it. So let's look at one last currency, one last trade on the currency, and see if I can find some live trade there. Yeah, so you can see with pattern reversals, which I always talk about, that is where it's coming, but we don't have a cross there. This is a daily candle. Let me come back on a smaller time frame. So if you are using this smaller time frame of New Zealand dollar card, you can see you have the sell from here, and it has already given you 60 pips. If you are doing 50p trade, that is about 30. If you are doing £1, that's about 60. If you have a decent account and you are doing 5, that is 5 6, that's a 300 or 600. Yes, so you can see how it is, and your pattern is actually telling you here that price, you can see almost a double, but price is about to reverse, and that exactly is doing that. And when you come to the 1 hour chart, your sell trade was actually here, your stop loss is above there, and that is 70 points. So you have 70 points on the sell side, your buy is here, your stop loss is here, and look at how price rally. You have 80 points buy and 70 points sell. If you have time to sit around the trade and do a buy and a sell, that is bless you. But for me, when I'm not here, I have to be doing my programming for engineering, so I don't have time to babysit on it. That is why I like to catch the big trend by using the daily chart. When I have my buy here, actually that is about 500 pips. I just need to manage my trade. So the next 2 or 3 topics I'll be making the training video on is introduction to trading. That is where I'm going to explain trading, currencies, indices, stocks, options, and all those things there, and why you should be a trader. It's not difficult. I mean, it's not difficult. Everybody can do it. It's not complex. It's not rocket science. Most of you, the jobs you do in your field is more difficult than trading. Then I'm going to talk about psychology, money management, risk and money management, things like that, so that we wind up with the lessons. The videos are there, you watch over and over and over. Once I discover something new in the market, I do the videos and I send it to all the students to update you. You still have reviews with me, so whenever you need, you just let me know, put your questions there, and let's learn together. So until I see you again, it's adios, and tara. See you again wherever you are. Bye bye.